Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Dj-Ology, the science of DJing. My name, your host, DJ King, and we're in a new world. A new world of streaming, and everybody wants to stay on top of their game. So I have another tutorial for you, how to make your own custom skins. A few things I'd like to show you, tips and tricks, and we'll keep you looking fresh and new and unique and all that fun stuff. And customizable is where the game is at. So guys, once again, if you haven't had a chance, make sure to join the Facebook group. Love seeing the community grow, and I'm going to leave a link in the description. Follow the Twitch channels, twitch.tv and / music video DJs, also / DJ King. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Few things I'd like to show you. First of all, if you haven't gotten a subscription yet to Digital Juice, this thing I can't explain enough about. Make sure to check them out. And what Digital Juice is we'll say a library of all uncopyrighted material and stuff that you can use for your projects. What I'm going to do is go ahead and go to the video section, and we're going to play with the animated backgrounds. And I'm just going to go ahead and scroll a couple different pages until so you have all different types of things. And you know, if you wanted to go with a color scheme, that one's kind of cool. I already have one that's semi like that, so let's use a different color. And oh wow, cool. I'm kind of excited about that, so I'm going to go ahead, and you see how the options right here, you could get the animated background or you could get the After Effects project, which I just want the animated background. So I'm going to go ahead and download that and do a QuickTime photo JPEG. You get your options of the MP4. That's a little bit of a smaller file, probably more compressed. Yeah, but I'm just gonna go ahead and with the QuickTime photo. Wait for that to download real quick. So cool, that's downloaded. I'm gonna go ahead and open up my Premiere. This is one that I did in my previous recording to show people how it worked, but it didn't record all the way, so I'm using now Camtasia, which hopefully doesn't fail me, and we'll just make a new one from scratch, and I get better at it, and you guys get to see if I get more efficient at it. So we're in the Premiere timeline. Go to your sequence settings and make sure to see if it's 1920 by 1080, because that's the size that we're working with, and it's 30 frames per second, which is pretty much all the frames that come out of the Digital Juice. You might want to check it sometime. I guess you could check it. See, 30 frames per second. Perfect. Now, like I said, we want to make this customizable, so we're going to go, that happens within Photoshop. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up Photoshop, and this is one that I've already done, but we have a different layout, so I want to make it look like it fits with this very colorful, bright background. I typed in fireframe for the last one. You got all these different frames that come up. I mean, that's kind of cool. I wish it was square, so you could take, I don't know, maybe we could make it square. I mean, yeah, let's go ahead and play with that. We could put the video inside there, or maybe like that. Something that just kind of works. Now there's an animation for you. You know what? I think I kind of like that. So let's go ahead and download that. That's exciting. I wish it was a square. It's a circle. We're going to see what we can do with it. So we're downloading that. Perfect. So again, this is pretty much the layout that I'm going for when you're working with your skins and you put it into your OBS. I mean, it's good. It's the more you interact in between your scenes, the more engaged your audience is more likely to be, and the more customizable you get, you know, the way people will be able to follow you will be easier, and they won't look like some sort of stock that everybody else can get their whole hands on. Especially when you make it yourself, there's that pride value. Hey, look what I made. All right, so I want to go ahead, and this is the information that I want, but I'm not really feeling that. So we're going to go over here, 1920 by 1080. We're going to create a new one. Let's go back to our Digital Juice and see if we can find, what do they call this? They call this, oh, we go to the hot zone. Hot zone's where it's at. all the different things they have within the hot zone. Well, that's kind of cool. But I don't want animations. I want graphics and illuminations. And we'll say layered backgrounds. Something that's on fire. Or neon works too. I mean, let's do neon frame. See, this is kind of cool, but it's an After Effects template, and I don't really want to play around with that. I mean, I could if I wanted to take the time. I mean, this is kind of cool. I don't know if it really fits in. Once again, these are just all the different options that you got. I mean, Digital Juice, they've got so many crazy things. I just was looking for something quick and simple. I mean, that's pretty much the closest to what I got. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. Download layered Photoshop file. Alright, so back to this. We got that layered Photoshop file. We're going to make our frames. Alright. And if you hit something like, when you bring it in, you can resize it. So I'm going to hold the shift key down so that I'm not really keeping the aspect ratio the same. You see how I can change the different sizes, and if I didn't have all that, let's say I just brought it in, hit enter. If I just brought it in, it would give you this, right? And then you could just grab it, and then you see it stays true to the aspect ratio. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Go back to this, Apple T. If you hit the V button, it gives you the tool your mouse needs to move things around and size them up. So I'm going to put that information right there. And we're going to need some backgrounds, so go ahead and double that up, and then we can bring these up to the top. The information that I need, the text. See, this is another one that I did. The text. I kind of like how the text looks on this one. So I'm going to take that text from that one. Perfect. I kind of want this filled in. So we're going to go back to this layer. We're going to get a bucket. And I want it to be that color. Okay, bucket, sweet. See how I kind of put that in there? Perfect. And then now I'm going to go to blending options. Drop shadow. Probably not tighten that up. Whoa. Sweet. So it gets a little bit of a separation. And maybe a little bit of distance. Spread it out a tiny bit. Careful with the size to look different. Keep it tight. Get it right, get it tight. Perfect. Gradient overlay. Bam. Ratio. Perfect. So now we got our information. I'm going to hit the T, or actually it's probably good to remember the V for this tool. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit Apple T. Shrink it down. You gotta have it, remember when you're doing your text, you want it very clear so people can see it. So look at that, right? That's kind of cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and create a folder over here, call it bottom. So anything that I do will end up in the bottom folder, and if I wanted to move or resize or reshape anything, I could go ahead and do that. Since I've already done the cropping of these, I'm just gonna go ahead and select them and bring them over. Oops, select them all. That'd be nice. See, I clicked on them and it brought it up over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and select those and then drop them right there. Sweet. Move them all down, and then bam, we got something new. And then we're gonna take those. We put them in the bottom. Yeah, they're in the bottom. And I need one more. I'm just gonna grab that, bring it to my next one. Shrink it down a little bit. And then you have something that looks custom, like you made it. So I need this exact same thing up here. And we can also do this too. Make sure you're on grid. Show grid. And then that's just useful when you're lining it up for the next one. Like I was saying before, if I just highlight the bottom here and grab my pointer, select everything, and then I could kind of like move it up or where I want it to go. And we'll say right there is where I want it. And then we'll take this bottom part and duplicate it. We're gonna make another folder called top. And this thing that I just duplicated, put that back at the top. Make sure it goes in the right folder. Perfect. And just so that it's kind of like mirrored on the other side, do something like that. There we go. Check that out. All right, this grid makes me nauseous. I'm gonna go back to, actually I took it from here, so I'll take that, put that there. Take this, put that there. And you see how I changed the colors? I just wanted it easy for people to be able to read it. But it's not the same font as the other one, so hold on. So top. You see how it went away right there? Not to worry, it just needs to go down beneath the other layers. And that's how that's done. Size it up how you want it. Should give you little indicators when things are center. The T gives you the text box. So we're in this font, so it's BEBAS. Now I just need to get to the other top layer where it says the text. Highlight it all. And it should just show up here at the top. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and do something with that. That's like hard to read even on this recorded screen. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that. So we're just gonna go ahead and delete that altogether. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna duplicate DJ King. Duplicate layer. When you duplicate it, just puts it in the same spot, so you need to just move it over. T for the text tool. Highlight it again. We're going to bring that down to like 16. King Entertainment Events. Maybe bring it down 14. Whatever it takes for them to be able to read it clearly. So you can tell that's kind of hard to read clearly, right? So I'm going to go back to my text tool and highlight right here. Change the color, something dark. Oh, we don't want it the same color as right here, so how about something light? Got a little bit of that E. Change the color, not what I wanted, but okay. And then we're going to change the color of that one, make it like a darker orange, so that it kind of the opposite of what's going on here, where it's dark orange, yellow, and then dark orange. So we're going to go with the opposite. In fact, I want to make that brighter. I'm going to copy that color, hit OK. So it's the same color over here. And bam. Probably need to shrink it down another little bit, resize it up. And there you have it. Hopefully someone's watching this on their 42-inch television and they can see it and not on iPhone. But it should be able to read it out if someone was really interested in donating. And you see how I changed the colors of the words to make it easier to type in or more pleasing to the eye, or that there was a separation of words there, and I just left the @ white. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and save this, save as King Skin Neon Stream, I guess. I don't know. Perfect. So what we're going to do right here, go back to, yeah, see I've already made these. Kind of cool. So this is kind of the layout I've been sticking with. Doesn't mean you have to. We got the bottom and the right, and I did it just like I did in the Photoshop. And then I went on Digital Juice and found like a frame, because you'd put your music videos here within OBS, and then there would be another scene here. And then of course you could put whatever you want down here if you didn't want the frame. I mean, I guess you don't have to have the frame. It's up to you. It's like an extra step if you're like crunch for time, you know. Yeah, it depends. You can play around with it. Again, that's what makes everything kind of like unique for you. And of course, the more different ways you have this set up and you're switching within your streaming set, the more engaged your audience will be with you. So now that we have that, let me go back to what I just made. I think I put it in VJ Life. VJ for life. All right, cool. So yeah, now that we have that like that, look at that. That's kind of cool. And let's go ahead and play that back. And then you'd put your music videos top left, bottom right. And then once you start playing around with it, I mean, you can, we'll show you here in a little bit. I wanted to see what I could do with that other neon thing I just downloaded. I don't even know what to do with that. That'd be kind of exciting. It's not even showing up. Where did it go? Maybe it's on this channel. Yeah, that would help. Whoa. So what would we want to do with that? We could put that right there. Actually, we could run it off the screen if we wanted to. And it's good to already, like, you know, pre-make this and render it out. So let's say I wanted to put like an Ultra key. Check this out. Let's do this. Let's see how it works. Could be interesting. You're gonna go to Ultra key and put it on our flame here. Oops. Put it on the wrong thing. See, just go ahead and delete that. Put our right there. Sweet. Now that we have an Ultra key on this, I just took everything else out. That's interesting. So with Ultra key, it's just like a keying thing, keying software. And for whatever reason, when you grab the dip, it won't let you do it. So this is the workaround that I had for it. Go ahead and cancel that. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if it did. So Shift Apple 4 gives you the crosshairs, and then we're just going to go ahead and capture that. We're going to go to a new project. It'll let me. I'm so glad Apple made like this thing where it can show you with the picture and what to do with it, but it doesn't want to put it on the screen. There you go. Go ahead. Put it on the screen. Save to the desktop. There we go. Sweet. And then we're going to go ahead and put that into a new one. And then I want to keep, of course, all the orange. So let's just go ahead and grab a color that we want to get rid of. Whoa, that doesn't seem right. Somewhere in there. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that color. Go back to Alt key, put that bad boy in, see what happens. So we got our Alt key. Tell it what. Aha, there we go. Transparency. Ooh, look at that. That's about what I'm looking for right there. Tolerance. Nah, I don't care about the tolerance. Pedestal. Okay, so probably wondering where I'm going with this. So I'm going to take that and shrink it. And then we're going to move it around. Bring back our Photoshop file. Sweet. And then let's move it over here. We can do this. Bring that up one more. And I kind of want this to run off the edge. Oh wow. So this, you'd put your music video right here, you'd have some flames, and then, well, we need another one on the bottom, right? Oh, make sure you're grabbing the right stuff when you're duplicating. So I just click on that, hit the Option key, bring it back up. Don't scale. Well, that's kind of interesting. And there you go. And I guess if you wanted to rotate it, you could do that. Let's go ahead. Rotation. Oh. Just put it at 190. Oh, maybe not. 180. Perfect. And then let's bring that back. Oh my. And if you didn't like that, you can just do this. And then there's your videos. Different things you can do. And then of course, if you were going to render out, hit the I button of the spot you want to render out, zoom in, function plus minus, shift down arrow brings you to the end of whatever you're working with, and then you hit the out button. Make sure to scroll in and make sure that out is lined up right there. And then there you go. You can go ahead and you got your own skin. in your different looks. I don't even think that's the one we were working on. Hold on real quick. Photoshop. Oops, cancel. Yeah, that's the one we were working on. Let's go ahead and that's the cool thing about Adobe products. Just mix and match whatever you want to do. So VJ Life, date modified. There's with the stream. Throw that in there. Sweet. Fancy, fancy. And then when you put it into your OBS, you just put it on loop. And of course, again, these things are optional. I just saw it and I thought it looked exciting. But I think even that looks better. And then of course, if you wanted to make other scenes, now the hard work's already done. You just make your other scenes. So you go ahead and hold the Option key in, put that over here. Click, Option, drag. Now you have a clean slate. You want to take your PSD and move it over. Click, Option, hold, bring it over. Bam. And then you just Option, click down. Now you got. Once again, you just got your PSD file. Hold the Option key in, drag it down. And you're probably like, oh, that's not a different scene. Double click in here, go to your effects controls, and sweet. You just bring that over there. Make sure you can see this one. And then this one's going to need a crop. Actually, make sure it's lined up better than that. Perfect. This one's going to need a crop, so you just go to your effects, crop, top, and bam. Put your music video on the top, and then of course you can make another one like so, you know, put those on the top. No, I wasn't really feeling that one. That one probably won't make it to the OBS. And then you got that one, you know, you got the top, bottom, and then over here you got your different looks. But guys, make sure when you're exporting, make sure you got it from start to finish, no black frames. And then you go File, Export. That looks so clean. H2.64, which is a great codecs for MP4s. It's less heavy on the processor when on the playback. And I do 1920 by 1080. Thanks guys for tuning in. Make sure to join the Facebook group, keeping you up to date with all the cool things you need to keep looking fresh. Once again, Dj-Ology, this is Scott, DVDJ King, signing off.